Okay, so what we'd like to do is actually introduce or welcome each and every one of you to the school today. And the topic of discussion today is 10x. Now, what do we really want in 10x? When we talking about growing 10 times faster or bigger than you, so the first thing that we need 10x is you. Now, once we 10x you, then we need to 10x your team, and that eventually will 10x your business. Okay, this is a part of the Blitz training. We are building your leadership capacity. Okay, so let's just start transforming lives this Monday, and we actually have this every Monday, training you on different points so that you become a better networker for the future. Now, there are 10 key steps that you need to note down. I would say take notes. Clicking the picture is being lazy. Don't be lazy. Please take notes, right? 10 key steps. Is it time that you raise your leadership level? Okay. Now, there are 10 key points to drive team success. First of all, it's know your team, foster transparency, collaboration is the key, create clear goals and objectives, celebrate success, build mutual trust, pave the way for success, share constructive feedback, ask feedback, and manage inter-team disputes. Right? Now, let's actually start. First of all, my question is, do you know your team? Right? And that's the first part, which is knowing your team. Now, to be a good leader, you must really know your team, right? Make an effort to get to know each of your team member on a deeper level and find out what is their inner why. Why are they going to be doing this business? What's going to be keeping them going? Each and every one of them. Now, I know it's going to be difficult, but once you actually get hold of how you're going to be doing this, it becomes very simple, right? So knowing your team is very important. Now, you got to learn about each person. Please understand, learn about each person. Everybody has something called strengths. Everybody has something called weaknesses, right? Find out their strengths. Now, over the last 13 years of me being a full-time networker, I've seen some people are fantastic in presentations. So if that's their strength, honor them or give them the responsibility of presentation. But just because you're not a good presenter, that does not mean you're not a good leader, right? Everybody has weakness. Now, some people are not really good at speaking, but they're very good at administrative work. So everybody needs to understand strengths and weaknesses. Now, what they excel at and what challenges them. Very important. What are they good at? What is it that challenges them? You need to know your team well. And one more thing, what motivates them and what they find discouraging. Please understand, one shoe never fits all. Everybody out there in the world is different. Every leader is different. Every person is different. So since everybody is different and one shoe does not fit everybody, you should know what motivates them and what are the things that actually discourages these people in doing whatever they want to do, right? So the first point is know your team. And the faster you get to know your team, the faster you start building an organization for life. Now, if you have a team of 1,000 people, is it possible to know your team? No. But if you follow what has to be done in this training, you know how to know all the 1,000 people. And that's why you people are attending the school, right? Now, second one, foster transparency. Very important. Being transparent with your team helps build trust from relationships and ensures that everyone is on the same page. By starting with transparency at the top, you foster a team with a culture of open communication. I've always been transparent with my team. When good happens, I'm transparent, but when bad happens, I'm also transparent. And today, this email that came was unexpected, but it's important to be transparent, right? It's important to be transparent. Did I know this email was coming today? No, but the slide was ready. So intention of being transparent was there in the beginning, right? Encourage transparency with your team by asking them these key questions. So please write this question down. How frequently do I open myself up to others and allow them to get to know me? If your team doesn't know you, how can they work with you? You need to know your team. Your team needs to know you as an individual, right? So you have to foster transparency, right? Now, have I clearly explained my values and motivations to my team members? When I say my values, I'm actually talking about my values. So when you are talking to your team, are you going to be talking about my Pradeep Menon's value or a coach's value? No. When you're talking to your team, you give them your values. So that's when they start recognizing you as a leader, right? Now, am I clear and consistent in the way I make choices and decisions? Guys, consistency is the biggest key in the world. So when you're saying you're consistent, it's not just with bringing downlines, even communication has to be consistent. Do I tell team members when I make mistakes or discovers fault in my own knowledge base? Yes. Nobody is perfect. There may be a clause or a what you may call it, incentive that comes where somebody reads it wrong. So if you have communicated it to your team in a wrong way, there's no shame in that. But then you have to acknowledge it as yourself as a leader, right? Now, like most of the things in leadership role, you can't expect your team to do anything that you wouldn't. So you need to lead by example. And that leading by example is what's going to make you a good person, a good leader, a good coach, and eventually a good mentor in the future, right? Now, number three, collaboration is the key, right? Now, when I say collaboration, what am I actually talking about? First of all, collaboration is all of this: teamwork, trust, inspiration, exchange of ideas, assistance, support, success, and share, right? All of this means collaboration. Now, humans are generally competitive by nature. Understand this now. As such, competing within a team is often a second nature. People do that. However, by discouraging unhealthy competition and encouraging collaboration and recognizing group achievements rather than individual success. Guys, if you look at our binary compensation plan, if you're the only one growing, it's not going to work. But if you are making sure, you're ensuring that people, your downlines, your team are being successful week after week after week after week, that's when things start working. Now, every time I start the school, I normally start the school with a question. And what is the question? Did you make a check this week? If the answer is no, please write down the reason. So write today's date. And if you have not made a check this week, not a problem. Write down the reason. Today is the fifth or the sixth school session. If you have been writing down the reasons, I would say today is a great day to read your from week 1 to week 6. Every time you wrote a reason, read your reasons. You would realize your reason for not having made a check was a lame excuse. And if you don't self-realize it, nobody can actually make you realize. Okay? Collaboration is a key. So if it has worked for a Mary June and if it's not worked for a John, Nothing wrong in actually collaborating with a Mary June or a Rania or a Susu and asked, excuse me, can you help me? What's working for you? Because I would want this to work for me. And that's called collaboration. And that's very important. It could be a person from Philippines. It could be a person from India. It could be a person from UK. It could be a person from Holland. It could be anybody who is leading by example in Renow Global, asking them, for inspiration, exchange your ideas. That's a very, very good thing, right? The next one is create clear goals and objectives. Now, this is very, very important. Now, what I would want everybody to do is write the word SMART. Come on, write it down. Now, S stands for being specific. M is measurable. A is achievable. R stands for realistic. And T stands for timely, right? T stands for timely. Now, clearly define the objectives and goals is virtually impossible without strategic planning. Now, some people are actually saying, oh, there is this team who actually did 1 star in 1 week, 2 weeks. There are some people who did 2 star in 2 days and 3 days. How is it possible? It is possible only with strategic planning. Now, after gathering your team, start with the bigger picture, thinking and encourage member to discuss and brainstorm ways to meet your long-term goals. Now, today is the 8th of February. We have our Sri Lanka trip. We still have time to qualify, which is next week. Next Wednesday, the Sri Lanka trip qualification is over, right? Now, if you don't know why you should go to Sri Lanka, how can you convince your teammates to go to Sri Lanka? And if your goals and objectives are very clear as to what you want from Sri Lanka, then as leaders, you need to start communicating this with your team, telling them why is it important for them to achieve that. Right. Now, after gathering your team, start with the bigger picture, thinking and encouraging members to discuss and brainstorm ways to meet their long-term dream. Now, I'm going to give you a very, very big tip out here. Write this down. Always begin with their shoes. Always begin in their shoes, and then you bring them to your journey. So you start from where they are, and then you bring them to where you want to take them, right? This is a good time to draw from individual strengths and ask them for team's dedication, commitment, and creativity. There are a lot of you people, I'm very, very proud of you, coming up with creative ideas, trying this, trying that, trying this, trying that. That's amazing. But you don't need to struggle there because we as a team, we teach you basics. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't need to do that, right? The basics are given, but nothing wrong in being a little creative. Once the larger goal is identified, develop a timeline that includes milestones and benchmarks for everyone and make them accountable for gauging progress and accomplishments. Now, guys, when we started the school, the very, very first day, there were people who actually, where do we start the school from? We started from something called the dream list. If you remember, the first session that we actually had was identifying what would you really like to make? What would you really like to do? That was the first thing. And it's here. Everybody who actually attended school, day one, they told me what they want to. And I keep looking at this. When I'm coaching people, when I'm mentoring people, I need to know what Rania wants to make. I need to know what is Mary June defining success. If I don't know, how am I going to coach you? Yeah, it's all here. Now, put that class to this class. Are you where you want to be? No, as a matter of fact, there were people who actually came in the first class and never came after that. What does that mean? Are they serious? No, They're not serious. That's okay. Move on. Move on, because you will find people, two kind of people in your network. The first one is called tourists. What is tourists? These people come and go, come and go, come and go, come and go. I define this ride as a train journey. And there are people who step into your train, who step into your compartment, but after two stops, they get out. Are those the people you want to deal with? No. But then there are some people, thick or thin, they will be in the train. They will hold on all the energy till the last stop. And all those people will be very, very successful. This is not only about network marketing, this is also about life. Create clear objectives and goals. And once you've actually done that, comes the next point, which is basically celebrate success. Celebrating milestones and benchmark is one of the best way to keep your team on track. Motivate them and get them inspired. You know, I personally feel the Sri Lanka trip should be an open world buffet exchange of gifts, where someone from Philippines would be bringing gifts for you, and you also need to give them a gift. It's a gift exchange that should actually happen in Sri Lanka. So anybody excited about having a gift exchange in Sri Lanka, right? Where Rania, when you say yes, that means you're probably bringing 40 gifts from UK. 40 gifts from UK to give it to 40 people, and you would take 40 gifts from them from various countries. It could be something small, it could be a pen, it could be a keychain, it could be a mug, it could be anything that represents your country, right? Celebrating success and celebrating, guys. If you want to think about it, I don't know. Think about it, let me know. If you want to have a global Sri Lanka gift exchange, let me know. Let's get that organized because I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool, right? Along with acknowledging these achievements, make an effort to celebrate this individual success with your team members as well as those in a group, right? When we meet in my team, what is it? It's celebration sometimes. You know, we have some food, we have some tea, we celebrate it. I've seen it in Team Philippines, they always meet up for lunches and dinners. Wow. Celebrate success, right? Trust me, one lunch is not going to make anybody bankrupt. But the culture of celebrating with the team, that's very, very important. Highlight everything from work anniversaries and personal achievements to professional gains in the team, winning and using this as a powerful tool for supporting individuals and team motivation and morale. When you finally meet up in these lunches and dinners, stop discussing negative points. Start discussing positive points because you want to positively motivate your team and not bring them down negatively. Now, the next thing is the most important point to actually be a good leader, and that is called build mutual trust. Now, everybody, I would want you to draw this in your book. Don't take shortcut. Don't take a picture and say I have the picture. No, draw this in your book. So right in the middle, write trust. What is the meaning of the word trust? Trust is first of all your network. So write. So draw a circle, write trust in the middle, draw a line and draw another circle and write your network. It's important you need to have a value system. The value system is what drives the team, right? You need to be sincere. So sincerity is very, very important. The next circle is consistency. You will in life get a one-hit wonder. Somebody hit a one star and then they never showed up after that. Somebody hits a two-star and never showed up after that. That's okay. But you will see these some people who keep coming back and back and back and back with more and more and more and more and more levels. That's called consistency. Building relationships. Very, very important to build relationships. Reliability. You have to be reliable. Only then there's a trust factor come in. Okay, commitment. It's very, very important to show commitment to your team. And competence, able to build a team and help them compete with themselves, right? At the root of all effective leadership lies a foundation of balanced trust. Never break the trust of your team. Don't do that, right? Sometimes you're not in a position to help them. That's fair enough. But building the trust is very, very important. While things like fostering transparency can help to establish the trust, you may also want to have an open door policy. Be clear, friendly, non-judgmental in each leadership meetings. So don't think, oh, you cannot do it, you cannot do it. Stop doing that. Everybody can do it, right? Make an effort to show your team that you care about them and consider them to be a valuable member of the team, and you have keen interest in them and their success. Why would somebody stick to the school in December if they have not seen any value? Nobody will stick to the system. But if people are seeing value, I'm still wondering, why are they not bringing their downlines to the school? That's okay. Time will say who's going to stick and who's going to not. Because this train has started in 2021. And this train will be an ongoing train. Today, I'm the trainer, but tomorrow, the likes of Rania, Susu, Hanno, Marijoon will take over the training. And we'll be training so many new things. There'll be different coaches, different people, different speakers for even the school. Because what does network marketing do as an industry? Helps you to be a better person. But to be a better person, you got to build mutual trust. Now, pave the way for success. Very, very important. Now, people use this word leader as if it's a very cheap, sidey, time passed word. Not really. When you call somebody a leader, especially in front of my face, especially in front of my, when you call, oh, Rania is leader, very good. Rania, if she's a leader, she should understand this. A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. I repeat, a leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. Now, a lot of people say, oh, this person is leader from Afghanistan. This person is leader from here. This person is a big leader from here. Fine. I respect and welcome more and more leaders to actually join Renown. But knows the way and leads the way. That's important, right? You can't expect your team to operate effectively without laying the groundwork for them to do so. It's critical for your team to have access to trainings, resources, strategies, materials, and anything else they might need to be successful in their roles. And if something is lacking, fill the gaps as soon as you can. Now, what do? Every time we actually having this, we record this and we put it on a YouTube channel. But what happens when John and Julie is not a part of the YouTube channel? You have deprived them free information which you learned. See, when you ask me to show the plan, I know how to show the plan. But if I'm the only one in the world who's showing the plan, is that duplication? No, it's not. Pave the way for their success, right? And fill the gaps as soon as it's possible, right? Again, I repeat, a leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. And if somebody can do that, you would be called a leader, right? Now, share constructive feedback. Feedback is not a negative session, please. Oh, my upline didn't do this, my downline didn't do this, my this, my that, my. That's not feedback. Share constructive feedback. As one of the most critical aspects of leadership building is feedback has the power to make or break the success of your team. So now when we are actually drilling down, trying to make the journey of some people from the school to $1 million or 1 million dirhams, this is very important. First of all, write these questions down. Has your team done well? Ask yourself, has your team done well this week? If not, what went wrong? Talk to your team. What went wrong? So then you saw the results, go back to the goals, put the action plan, again look for the results. That's what feedback does. So Julie, how many sign-ups did you have this week? Sir, 0. What about your team? Sir, 0. That's okay. Something went wrong this week. Talk to your team. What went wrong? You know what went wrong. Reset the goals, put the actions, now see what the results are. It didn't work again. What went wrong? Feedback is very, very important. What strategies haven't worked? That's very important. Now, somebody tells me, I love the school. Thank you. Thank you for your feedback. But are you applying what is being taught in the school? No, 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 no. Why? Was it that difficult? Now you're feeling scared to approach me. Talk to the other people in the group. Talk to the other school members. Ask them what they learned, right? What needs improvement? Giving and receiving. Okay, now constructive feedback can be tricky. Some downlines ask you for money. Some downlines say, oh, give me this, give me this, give me this, give me this. Remember to craft your message carefully. Work to refine your feedback skills over time and be open to feedback from others. That's what we call share constructive feedback. Now, ask feedback. Number 9 is ask feedback. The best and the most effective leaders are coachable. I repeat this statement. The best and the most effective leaders are coachable. If you're not coachable, why will your team be coachable? If you're not going to eventually stand up and be the next coach, why will your team learn from you? During meetings and one-on-one sessions with your teams, ask them for ways you can improve in your role as a leader to help them reach the performance and behavior goals you have set together as a team. Nothing wrong in asking Julie, what can I do better so that we as a team, we perform better? Ask feedback. This is a very, very powerful slide. Take notes, focus, 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 focus. I know it's getting late. Focus. Because learning this feedback is very, very important. And you know what? You always see me do this. Now sit back and think, do I do this to most of you in this room? And you will understand, oh yeah, he does this. Correct. Because that's how the next strategy comes out. And the last one is manage inter-team conflicts and disputes. Will there be fights in a team? Yes. Will there be difference of opinion in a team? Yes. Will everything be always wonderful? No. If you drive a car, when you start the car, will you always get all green signals when you're driving to your destiny? No. Manage inter-team disputes, right? And that's exactly what needs to be done today. Manage the disputes. Despite your efforts to build a unified, communicative team, there will be inevitably be conflicts among your team members. Sometimes some people are happy, but sometimes people are not happy with what just happened. Some are happy, some are not happy. Gotta learn how to manage that, right? Whether it's an issue of a certain team member not pulling their weight or a case of bullying, somebody actually bullied them, okay, or said bad things to them, or it's your responsibility to keep an eye out for interpersonal issues also within your team. Because if two, three team members in your team are fighting, it's not constructively going up, it's going to crash down. Make an effort to fully understand these issues and then implement a procedure for dealing with and avoiding these kind of problems in the future. And if you've done that, you've done a great job as a leader. Now, strategize your business. Is anybody in this room ready to go 10x in 2021? If you are, please go to the chat box and write, yes, I am. Go to the chat box, write, yes, I am. I am ready to go 10x. You got to claim it from the universe. Things don't happen, you got to make it happen, right? Making it happen, that concept of making something happen is very, very important. Strategize your business. Nothing works till you make it work. But if you make it work, everything works, right? You make it work, everything works. Not, otherwise, nothing works, right? So people write on the chat box that they're ready. Yes, I am. Are you ready? Yes? Good. Very good. Very good. Moving on. Now, introducing introducing the most powerful weapon I have created in my life. This has worked for me for 28 years. Anybody out there who would like to challenge me? Yalla, come and challenge me. I will take this as an open challenge. This is the most powerful tool anybody, anybody can use in the world, and it's called the buddy system. How does the buddy system work? Write this down, people. Lives are going to change from today. Create a team of 5 people. Just 5 people. Any five. Any five. Any leg five. It doesn't have to be binary five. It could be 5 people. Any 5 people. Can it be cross lines? Yeah. It can be cross lines. You know why? Because you're trying to prove a point. And create 5. Now let's say I pick me plus 4 people. That's buddy 5, right? Me plus 4 is buddy 5. Everybody brings 2 this week. We have 5 people, guys. Everybody brings 2. How many are we? We have 5 people plus everybody bought 2. 2 not prospects, 2 sign-ups. 2 sign-ups in this week. Any week. Start this because it's an open challenge to everybody who's actually attending this training school of mine. Pick a team of 5. You are a part of the 5. It's called Buddy 5. Everybody brings in 2. When that happens, your group has become 15 people. Week 1 over. Have you succeeded? Yes. Check. What happens week 2? 15 people are there in that buddy group. What does 15 people need to do? 2 signups. If that happens, what's your group size? 45. If that does not happen, what do? Go and repeat that again. How many more people are there in the group? Repeat it. You don't need to go to week 1. You have failed week 2. You repeat it. 15 people, bring 2 again. Now maybe that week, let's say 10 people join. So you're 25 people. Very good. You tell the 25 to bring 2. When 25 or 15 brings 2, your team size has actually become 45 people. Right? 45 people. And for the last time, you say, guys, we are in the last step. We've survived the first storm, week 1. We've survived the second storm, week 2. Now we are in the last step. Come on. Let's bring 2 and finish this. And the minute you actually do this, 45 people bring 2. You have got a group of 135 people. 135 people understanding how buddy system is works. Once that is done, what do? The first buddy five breaks down into individual buddy fives. So if I can take an example, let's say I pick Murray June, I pick Rani, I pick Susu, I pick Hanno, and me. This is my first five. When we hit week three, Mary June makes her own buddy five, Rania makes her own buddy five, Susu make her own buddy five, Hanno make her own buddy five, I make a new buddy five. And what do? Repeat the same process, right? Repeat the same process. Do this, you will multiply your business more than 10x in 2021. I'm available for any team if they want to form their buddy nine, or sorry, their buddy five. Anybody out here in this group who wants to find a buddy, who wants to form a buddy five, talk to me and I'll actually help you on this. Now, this, guys, leadership is about consistency. Leadership is only about being consistent. The number one secret of how to make it big in renown is here. The number one secret, guys, some of you have seen this paper, this slide, I don't know how many million times. Start climbing the leadership advancement ranks. You can skip rank 1, rank 2, rank 3, but everybody has to complete bronze. What's bronze? 12 cycles. So you do week 1, 12 cycles, week 2, 12 cycles, week 3, 12 cycles, week 4, 12 cycles. Now you are called bronze passed. This is like school. And the minute you actually complete bronze, company pays you 125 US dollars. Bonus. You need to be on SmartShip. Okay? Rania pays $50 on SmartShip. Rania gets $125. Has Rania's SmartShip become free? Yes. Rania brings Julie. Julie, I'll show you a joke. What is the joke? Julie, do rank 1. Why? Do for fun. Okay. Julie does 2 cycles, 2 cycles, 2 cycles, 2 cycles, 1 month. First, ask her to pay SmartShip. So how much does Julie pay? $50. After that, she gets the bonus $50 back. So did Julie pay for SmartShip? No. Once Julie has learned that SmartShip is free, what do? Duplicate this. Julie, I can show you a way how Black MP Living Water is free every month. How? Show her. Huh? Now, rank 2. When Julie does rank 2, it's 75 US dollars. Is Black MP free? Yes. When Julie hits rank 3, $100. Can she do Black MP plus the $50 SmartShip for travel portal? Yes. And that way, the team starts making more money. Leaders, you call yourself leaders, start this. You can't start this, you're not going to make 10x. You can't start this, you're going to make very small money. So again, I say, all the buddy groups who wants to have a one-on-one with me as a buddy team to do this, please get back to me. I'd be more than glad to help you, but you need to come as buddy 5. Now, write this down. 10 key points to be happy in life. It's called the great dream. The G starts for giving. Do things for others. It's not about you, it's about your team. R stands for relating. Connect with people. Relate with your team. Relate. You need to know what they are thinking. Very, very important. Exercising. Take care of your body. You cannot be talking about a weight loss product if you are not healthy. Appreciating things. Notice the world around you. If somebody else can do a level, you can also do a level. No, That doesn't make anybody special. Try out, keep learning new things. So if you have not done social media live ever before, start. If you have done social media live, try something else. Always keep learning, trying new things. Direction, have goals to look forward to. Everybody needs to have small little goals. Resilience, find ways to bounce back. Coach, I'm not making money today. No problem. Coach, I want to make money. Are you sure? Coach, I want to make money. Yalla, let's bounce back. Yalla. Come on. Let's try once again. Let's try once again. Let's keep doing it till you win. Right? Emotion. Take a positive approach. Because negative people don't ever get anywhere in life. So have that. Acceptance. Be comfortable with who you are. So if you're not a brick speaker, that's okay. Don't have to be worried, oh, I can't speak like her or I can't speak like him. It's okay. And meaning, be a part of something big. And that's very, very important. I end every presentation of mine, every school, every clinic with saying this. A lot can happen in 1 year. A lot can happen in a year. I can do it. I will do it. But if you decide to join me, I would like to change the second statement to we can do it. We will do it. Right? We can do it and we will do it. Because success starts with you. Success starts in your mind. Right?